Perfect time.
Uh-oh. You guys don't feel it because you're under the roof, but it's starting to rain again.
Hey, look. I'm feeling outside.
We got it.
We're good? Gotta pull the mic. There's no sound on it if there's nothing hooked up to it, right?
Right.
Because there's nothing in it, yeah.
About how long should we stop?
4:20, so 1 minute.
Let me go run and grab the guy. Y'all not up, right?
No, not yet.
Oh, the screen is up? Go get him.
We're looking like it.
Welcome back to CCBC Dundalk. We are here for game number 2 as weather, Mother Nature and the rain caused some technical difficulties. We weren't able to get the live stream going. We're able to play game 1. Lions ended up walking it off with a hit from MJ Lux. Want to tell me about it, Carter?
Yeah, MJ Lux had a day. He had a very clutch 3-run home run in the first game as Ben Hall fires and strike for the first game in game 2. In game 1, MJ Lux on a full count sent a towering drive over the right field wall to give the Lions a 4-run lead, which Arundel responded there, putting up 4 runs of their own to tie the game. The MJ Lux came back as we have a drive into right center field. This one will get down to the wall. That'd be number 22, Ethan Grebe, hustling into second for a leadoff double to start the game.
Grebe had a let-off last game as well. Had a nice game.
I was alluding to MJ Lux had a great game, beginning to really carry the Lions offense, led him to a very well contested win there. And here we are in game 2. Ben Hall toes the rubber here as he already surrendered the game's first hit. Number 1 will step to the plate, John Greenwald, out of Arundel High School down in Odenton. Greenwald takes a swing and a miss here, strike 1. The game in a time of month. We're in May. The Region 20 tournament grows near. Every game matters here for the Lions as Greenwald sends a ball that looks like it's going to get fouled down the left field line. Count will go to 0-2.
Yeah, 5 games here in 3 days for the Lions. 2 here, 1 tomorrow, finishing up against Essex, and then another doubleheader on Thursday, making up the games from this weekend. All Region 20 games, all conference games affecting playoffs. Coming down to crunch time here.
Very much so.
Ben Hall with an 0-2 count here.
And Greenwald sends this one down the right field line. 22 is hustling into home. That would score the game's first run. Greenwald will stop at second. Back-to-back doubles by Grebe and Greenwald. They will switch spots as Grebe will come in to score. Greenwald will go out to second. The Riverhawks jump out to their first lead of the game. Ben Hall responds to strike. We saw that in the first game, the Riverhawks will fight their way. It won't be easy for Dundalk. They won't make it easy for the Lions here. As this one will get away from Sam Ritchie, the catcher behind the plate. For those of you that are wondering, your Dundalk defense as presented at this moment. You have Hollingsworth at third, Samonte at shortstop, have Tabasco at short, you have Lux at first. Ben Hall fires. Ben Hall, of course, on the mound, his battery mate for today, Sam Ritchie. Then in left, you have Robbie Smith. Center, you have Hector Diaz. And in right, you have Ivan Gonzalez. As Ben Hall fires, another strike in there. The count will move to 2-2. And for you to see what would be the pitch Ben can get it out with here. As he misses low, the ball gets away from Ritchie. There will be no throw. Greenwald will move up to third here. The Riverhawks are threatening to put another run on the board here in the top of the first inning. A little bit of sloppy play here by the Lions.
Yeah, the wild pitches caused some damage last game. I think they got the Riverhawks were able to score 4 runs off wild pitches. Runner moves up there as that ball's fouled off. We stay full.
As I mentioned, the Riverhawks fought back in that game after being down 4. Wild pitches were a heavy indication of that comeback that they had in game 1. Overall sloppy play by the Lions as Hall fires and his little tapper out by Barrett, and this one will get down in the right field. Greenwald will easily score, and Barrett will have a double. 3 leadoff doubles here in the top of the first inning. Excuse my language, folks. Not leadoff, but 3 straight doubles.
Back-to-back-to-back doubles.
In the first inning here. Sorry, the Riverhawks going on a power surge to start out this game. Ball hit by Barrett, kind of like a tweener that got past. Gonzalez out there and right. Tough start to the Dundalk defense. As number 4, Sam D'Amelio out of Poolsville, Maryland, steps up to the plate. Took ball 1 here. Ben Hall will come set. Strides and fires. And D'Amelio sends a fly ball in the right field. And this one will get down. And D'Amelio, go figure, will put on the brakes around second. Good decision as the throw was on point, but nonetheless, Barrett will score, and D'Amelio has an RBI single in his first at-bat. And the lead will go to 3-0 here at the top of the first. Ben Hall surrendering 4 straight hits.
Gotta figure something out here.
Like 4 straight hits to start off a game. I don't know if there's a bigger red flag than that. As number 5, Alejandro Casanova jumps on the first pitch he sees, sends it foul. Count moved to 0-1. They're still yet to record it out here. The Lions have. As Casanova will send one through the hole, and this one's going to get through. There will be no throw. Another base hit surrendered by Hall here, and Riverhawks bats are on fire. 5 batters to the plate, 5 hits.
Not looking good for the Lions here to start it off.
Tough ball there in the infield. Got past Hollingsworth. Samonte kept it in the infield, but just hustling out the box. There's no attempt to throw. And number 15 will also ground a hit into right field. Gonzalez will get it in to home plate. And that's 6 straight hits here, Dylan. Last one coming from, I believe that is, I would say if I was a betting man,
Number 15.
Donnie White, number 15. Base hit in the right field, and lots of trouble brewing here. All Dundalk without an out recorded here. Ben Hall will be looking to get his first out. The infield draws in. Number 23 jumps on a fly ball, sends a fly ball to right. Christian Murphy, and that will be that's going to be a fair ball. It's going to be a hit. And the lead will go to 4-0 here. Gonzalez dove by the foul line, missed the ball down the right field line, and it was a fair ball, and the runners will each move up a base.
Yeah, everyone just moving up a station. 4 runs now here in the first inning with no outs. Bases loaded.
7 straight hits.
And it's the same exact lineup for the Riverhawks. Nothing changed. I think this might be more hits than they had all of last game. Maybe we should turn the live stream off.
Yeah. As Ben Hall will miss low for ball 1. Number 10 steps to the plate. Will Burchick out of Severn, Maryland. Played his high school ball at Mount St. Joseph's. As Burchick will send a base hit in the left field. This will send home another run. And the Riverhawks have attacked the Lions here at the top of the first inning. Almost like a ambush, a bum rush, so to speak. 5 runs on 8 hits. And we will now see the pitching coach for Dundalk. Coach Ritko will go out there and talk to his starter. Dylan, what can you say to your starter that's given up 5 runs on 8 straight hits?
I have no idea.
I'd love to be a fly on the hat for that conversation because man, it can't be. I don't think anything good can come of that conversation.
This has gotten really ugly really quick.
I don't think I've really seen that really much. 8 straight hits out of the gate, folks. 8 straight. 8 batters to the plate, 8 hits. As number 21, after the pitching conference, number 21 will step in and try to take his hack to make it 9 straight. Connor Bosley out of Elkridge, Maryland. And it's not much you can really say there. Try to get your pitcher's mind in the right spot. Just try to continue throwing strikes. maybe a little better pitch location. Just something here as the Riverhawks jumped out to a 5-0 lead. As Bosley will step in and take his cuts, and Ben Hall misses high.
Breaking ball just quite didn't dip there.
As Bosley will take a strike, count will even to 1-1. And Bosley sends a ball into the left center field gap. Robbie Smith can't make the catch. Another run will score. Folks, your eyes are not deceiving you. It is 6-0. And we are back at the top of the lineup for the Riverhawks. That first cycle of the Riverhawks there, putting serious damage to this Lions defense early on in game 2 of this doubleheader. One time through the lineup, Riverhawks have produced 6 runs on 9 straight hits as Ethan Grebe will step up to the plate. He had a double in his first at-bat, also in this inning, as Ben Hall fires in a strike. Still no outs yet, Dylan. This is a tough scene. As Grebe will send a foul ball back, and Ben Hall, we haven't seen him often, but he finds himself in a 2-strike scenario here as Grebe down 0-2. Let's see what he tries to go with here. And Grebe will send another base hit. Another run will score. 2 runs are coming to score. Grebe with the 2 RBI single. 8 straight runs on 10 straight hits. And ladies and gentlemen, I believe Ben Hall's day is done. Unfortunately, the worst possible scenario has ensued upon us today here in the Lions Den. It is going to be an outing to forget for Mr. Hall here. 8 runs on 10 straight hits. His day is done, and yeah, he hasn't recorded it out. Just an overall, it doesn't get worse than that, Dylan, as far as a pitcher.
Yeah.
It doesn't get worse. Now, I remember commentating one of those games where I believe it was that big comeback I think we had against, was it Ocean County College or something, where they came back from like 10 runs down. And I believe, I don't know, it might have been Gio that might have been the start of that game. But absolute shelling, home run after home run after home run. Today has been not home runs, but just base hits.
Mm-hmm. There was another game similar. I don't remember if you were working that one or not, but the starter came in, same thing happened. They went through the lineup in the first inning, didn't get any outs, and then I believe it was Gio who came in, and it was he came in the first inning, and he didn't start the game, and there's no outs, and now that's how it is for Al Lorenzo coming into the game. No outs here, but he's in the first inning here.
Yeah, just the overall, like, just think about it, folks. 10 straight hits. How often do you see that in the game of baseball? Just hit after hit after hit. Just when you thought it could get worse, they just kept finding a way to put the ball in play and getting on base. So overall, just as a Lions supporter, just a tough scene. One of those things where if I'm just at home sitting on the couch, I just turn off the TV and just act like I'm just going about my day.
You missed all the fun of Game 1 to see a list of Game 2.
Oh yes, yeah. You guys feel, hearts goes out to you guys out there in the stream. Missed Game 1, the walk-off, and then you have to watch the first inning of this game. Yeah, that's the way life goes, folks. But on to the positives here. Al Lorenzo, lefty out of Warner Robins, Georgia here. Try to play cleanup duty as they will drop a bunt, and this will send home a run off the throwing error by Lorenzo. Kind of threw flat-footed. This will send home 1 run, and this will send home 2 runs on the throw. And we have a little mess here, and
we got
let's try to replay that. So there was a bunt attempt by the batter at the plate, the batter number 1, Greenwald. The bunt was fielded by Lorenzo. He made a throwing error over to Lux. The ball carried him down by the first base line over to the visitors' bullpen. They got the ball in. and to nobody. Nobody was there. 2-run score. So Greenwald, not knowing where the ball was, ended up running into Hollingsworth at third, who happened to have the ball. And Dundalk, through all that madness, gave up 2 runs but get their first out as the lead moves to 10-0. 10 hits on 10 runs, folks, as Lorenzo has the batter down 0-2. And he gets a strikeout here, so now Dundalk has 2 outs there. Dylan Barnett striking out there. And yeah, folks, sorry if I'm not doing the best play-by-play, but it's just so much going on here that this young broadcaster is just it's a lot going on, folks. Lorenzo fires and misses low for ball 1. It's absolute madness, and it's not going the Lions' way. In the top of the first inning, Lorenzo fires and misses the same spot. Count will move to 2-0. Hitter at the plate, Sam D'Amelio. He had a base hit in his first at-bat, go figure, and he sends a high pop-up deep second base. Martino Tabasco's under it. He squeezed it, and that will be the 3rd out here. What could be described as disastrous, to say the least. Dundalk surrendering 10 runs on 10 hits at the top of the first inning, and your Lions here are going to be an uphill battle, folks, for the rest of this game. Lions chasing 10 runs going into the bottom of the first here in the Lions Den. We'll be right back. And we are back here in the the bottom of the first inning here in the Lions Den. Your Dundalk Lions are chasing 10 runs, folks. Riverhawks striking in the first inning for 10 runs on 10 hits. And it'll be Robbie Smith looking to try to start the uphill battle here for the Lions, as they are down 10 runs here. Lions offense can strike quick and explosive, but they're going to need all the runs they can get here. Try to see if they can complete this doubleheader sweep. And he will attempt to bunt a ball that was high, didn't pull back, be strike 1.
Yeah, you just want to act like that 1 isn't in front of the 0 on the scoreboard there. It's a 0-0 game.
As Smith takes a big hack, comes up empty. It's important to think, and especially in a long, prolonged game like baseball, what it can be, that you don't have to get proverbially all the runs back in one inning, even though, that's what happened in the top of the first. They got all their runs in one inning. Especially when you're down, as Robbie Smith chases and strikes out there first out in the inning. You want to try to just start to just chip away at the lead. Maybe 2 runs here, maybe a 3 spot there, maybe another 2 runs later, another 3 spot there, and it's a tie game. Of course, assuming that you put up zeros on the other side. But it's a long game. We'll see what happens. As Hector, the handyman, steps in to take his first cuts in the game. As the pitcher be Kyle Warts out of Severn, Maryland. Played his high school ball at Arundel. He has to start here for the Riverhawks in game 2 of this doubleheader. As Wards will come set. Pitches, strides.
Like
miss
you were
high
saying
ball
before.
too.
Like you were saying before, how they need to just, play a little small ball. The Riverhawks to get the 10-run lead didn't do anything special. That one's fouled off down the right field line. Just a whole bunch of singles and doubles all the way up the lineup, and 10 runs.
There might have been one ball in that whole inning that might have made it somewhere close to the fence. Everything else was just placing it where the defense was not.
Mm-hmm.
Although that offense does work, it's just kind of a little bit fluky today. But baseball is a very day-to-day game. It could just happen that way sometimes. As the handyman has worked himself to a 3-1 count here. 1 away. And he sends a high fly ball that's going to tail towards out of play. Right outside the Riverhawks dugout here. And the count will move full, 3-2. But yeah, in a game like this, you try to just chip away as much as you can. Just chip. Play some stellar defense, keep putting up zeros, and see where your cards are at when the 6th or 7th inning rolls around. See what you can put together there. Sports fires, and Handyman will send another foul ball back behind us. The count will remain full.
There's also when it's a 10-0 lead, there's kind of a casual feel to the game.
Mm-hmm. As the Handyman worked himself a walk. Got a man on here.
Everything felt a little bit faster when it's a tie game, 6-6, 6th inning, 7th inning. You feel all the energy, and then start game 2, 10-0, and we're chilling. Ice is up to bat after pitching game 1.
Ice, as you heard, pitching game 1, had a very clutch hit, and I believe that was the 7th inning of that game, maybe. I believe it was the 7th inning.
Yeah, the 7th inning he did, yep.
Set the table up for what was the walk-off by MJ Lux as he fouls that previous pitch back. The count moves to 0-1. Wards will set and fire. Count will move even to 1-1. A game like this, you just have to take everything just one inning at a time. Just keep moving the baton as you saw the Riverhawks did in the top of the 1st inning here. As Ice chases a high one. Ice is tall. He's like 6'2", 6'3", but that was like way out the zone for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Wirtz has been hitting that high fastball in that same spot.
Dundalk batters need to stay disciplined here in their approach. Can't do damage with a ball like that. Wirtz will fire, and Ice will pull one to the left side, and they will turn 2. And Wirtz is out of the inning with no trouble here. Dundalk will put up a 0 in response to the 10 runs put up by the Riverhawks, and they will go into the top of the 2nd here in the Lions Den. Riverhawks 10, Lions nothing. We'll be right back here in the top of the 2nd. We are back here at the top of the 2nd inning here in the Lions Den. The Lions chasing 10 runs here after the offensive onslaught by the Riverhawks in the top of the 1st inning, putting up 10 runs, 10 hits. Lorenzo will fire. Number 5, Alejandro Casanova will send a foul ball down the left field line for strike one. And if you're Dundalk here, it's very urgent to just for peace of mind, to see if you can put up a 0 here.
Yeah, see if you can get back into this game. That was just one fluke inning.
See if you can put up a 0 and not one with any number in front of it. Just a plain 0. That ball will get away from Lorenzo. Now even the count to 1-1. Just got to find something here as Lorenzo fires, and this one will miss high. Dangerous pitch by Lorenzo. If Casanova didn't sort of duck out the way, it would have been a hit by pitch. The count moved to 2-1. Lorenzo will fire, and Casanova sends a ground ball to Lux. Lux will flip onto Lorenzo over his head, and Casanova will reach on the error by the Lions. Be 2 errors in 2 innings here by the Lions, and it is not looking good, folks. The Lions just not playing a clean brand of baseball that's required to win at this level so far. Wouldn't you say, Dylan?
Yeah, it just looked like a lack of concentration.
Lack of focus. As number 15 takes a hack at that pitch, Donnie White out of Linthicum, Maryland. He played his high school days at North County High School. Lorenzo will fire, and White will send another foul ball back. The count moved to 0-2. Yeah, on plays like that, where it's just like a dribbler out to the first baseman, the pitcher just has to cover. It seemed like Casanova just outran Lorenzo to the bag. Out the left-hander's batter's box, just Casanova on that play just had more hustle. As White looks at a curveball that'll drop right in there. Yeah, no debate from White there. Pitch was right down the chute. White froze and he's sent back to the dugout for the first out of the inning. Lorenzo gets the backwards K, and stepping up to the plate, you have number 23, Christian Murphy, out of Crownsville, Maryland. Lorenzo will fire and miss low for ball 1. Casanova holding tight. First base after reaching on the error. Casanova stays. Lorenzo fires. Strike. The count will move to 1-1. Lorenzo will fire. Strike 2. Breaking ball is really working for him there. The count moved to 1-2.
Yeah, they're not swinging at it. He's getting the called strikes on it.
And almost hit Murphy there, but no contact made between Murphy and the ball, so count moved to 2-2. Lorenzo will lift and fire, and Murphy will tap it out to Lorenzo. Lorenzo will gather and throw, nice and easy for the first out. Murphy's retired, but Casanova will move to second. Excuse me, folks, for the second out of this inning. Lorenzo having the backwards K at bat before. Be the second out.
Brings Burchick up to the plate.
Let me guess. Base hit in his first at bat.
You get used to that one.
Burchick 1 for 1 today, as most of his teammates are at this point. He looks at the breaking ball there by Lorenzo for strike 1. Lorenzo looking good so far, looking to put a 0 up on the board here in the top of the second. Firing a couple more strikes to get it. As this will not be the hitter to do that with, because he hits Burchick, and Burchick will go to first on the hit by pitch, bringing up Connor Bosley up at the plate. Now you have runners on first and second with 2 outs.
Yep.
The guy who had a base hit in his first at bat, go figure. But yeah, not a good situation here. Down 10-0. You hate to see more runs being put up. not only are you getting closer and closer way to trying to get back in this game, but you're moving closer and closer to a possible mercy. As Bosley will send one out to center field, and this one will get down, and this will be another run. Runner chucking to third, he will be safe, and Connor Bosley, 2 for 2, gets the RBI there. And then Riverhawks will get their 11th run in the game here, just in the top of the second. Seems like Burchick will move to third on that play. Bosley with the single. Have runners on first and third here with 2 outs. And Ethan Grieve will step up again for what will be his 3rd at bat in 2 innings here in the Lions Den, as he takes strike 1. Don't see that often. A guy steps up for his 3rd at bat in the 2nd inning.
Yeah, that's a wild one.
Yeah, you don't see that too. This has been a wild game, and not wild in a good way so far. As Grieve will send a foul ball back. The count moved to 0-2.
So it looks like the Lions failed your challenge of keeping a clean inning this inning.
Yeah. Inning they need to have clean. They won't, as Grieve will send another foul ball, fighting off the breaking ball there. Count will remain at 0-2. See if Lorenzo can get out of this, only giving up 1 run here. Here comes the pitch from Lorenzo, and this gets the strikeout here. So Lorenzo gets 2 strikeouts here, but Riverhawks pad their lead, add 1 run on 1 hit this inning. And your Lions will bat the bottom of the second, trailing by 11 runs. Be right back, folks, here in the Lions Den. As we move here in the bottom of the second, Sam Rich will step up to face Kyle Warts to lead us off here. As your Dundalk Lions trailing by 11 runs. As Warts misses high for ball 1. We were talking during the break. It seems like a game like this, as far as like where a game can make or break your playoff seeding here. Tough start here by the Lions. As I alluded to earlier, as Wards misses for ball 2, every game, especially when the calendar turns to May, every game is crucial, especially when it's a conference game.
Yep, the end of the season is right here.
As Richie sends a high fly ball, it's going to send the center fielder to a twist, and he's going to make a falling play out in center field. Well done there by the center fielder, but Dundalk is going to be out number 1 for them.
Yeah, it was kind of hit straight at to him. He was backpedaling to his left, then it kind of tailed to his right, had to flip around, and then it ended up short. It ended up short, and he had to dive forward for it. So, funky one, but the catch is made.
Fell back, or so to speak, kind of fell back on the ball. It's like, nonetheless, he squeezed it. Richie is retired, and that will bring up Devin Hollingsworth. Had a solid game this first game. Made a few plays out there in defense. First game doubleheader. See what he can do here. As Wards misses high again. Beat ball one. As I said, you have the replay of the second game. Not the replay, but the resume of the second game of the Essex doubleheader tomorrow. Then on Thursday, you have a doubleheader here in Lions Den. Cecil. As Hollingsworth will send one back foul. Count move to 1-1. A lot of important games coming up here for the Lions. It's very important that they just keep this consistent brand of good baseball kind of flowing here, and it's just been non-existent this second game as Hollingsworth will get the first Dundalk hit of the game. Sends a sharp ground ball down the line, and he's going to chug for 2, and no, he's not going to 2. Kind of went halfway before he made up his mind, saying 1 was enough for him, but nonetheless, Hollingsworth, you had that on your bingo card, folks. Check it in. Hollingsworth has the first Dundalk hit of the game.
Now it's time to build on that.
Just move the baton any way you can. Be productive at this point. And Samonte, the pride of Urbana, will step in with 1 out. Hollingsworth at first. Wards misses low for ball 1. Step in, and he sent the ground ball to third, and this will be a fielder's choice here. Hollingsworth is out at second. Samonte will reach first safely. So the Riverhawks trade out for a base runner. Samonte will be at first. Be 2 outs in the inning as Ivan Gonzalez steps up to the plate here. Ivan Gonzalez, a very veteran presence on this Dundalk team. One of our talented sophomores will step in and take his first at-bat. Swings and misses at this pitch by Wards. Count move to 0-1. Starting to get a little breeze flowing here through the Lions Den.
Yeah, the weather's been something here today, from rain to the little bit of sunshine we have, and now it's becoming a windy day for the past 5 minutes.
As Wards fires and Ivan swings and misses through that. Count move to 0-2. Yeah, not your typical May weather.
What's typical for Maryland, though?
Like football weather, huh?
Got me there, partner. Yeah.
A week ago, I think it was 80 degrees, and now we're rainy spring weather.
As Gonzalez will tap one out the third, this one will be caught by Ethan Grieve, and Dundalk is retired. They'll have a hit on the scoreboard, but we'll have no runs as we go to the top of the third inning here. Your Lions are trailing big, 11-0 here. We'll be right back from the Lions Den. All right, folks, back here, the top of the third here in the Lions Den. Be John Greenwald leading off the inning here. As Al Lorenzo will fire. Pour in strike number 1. Lions trailing 11-0 here. Looking to put up a 0 in the inning. Lorenzo misses low for ball 1. Count will even at 1-1. So Lorenzo will fire. Be high for ball 2. Lorenzo kind of going at a faster pace as he's setting up and firing once again. As Greenwald will lift the fly ball, and it's going to be cracked by no one. It will fall in the Dundalk bullpen. It will be strike 2.
That must have been swirling in the wind.
Oh, yeah, as we mentioned earlier, the last inning, the wind has kind of picked up here in lines. Then probably a hard play for Samonte and Hollingsworth and Smith out there on the left side to make. Ball will go foul. Count will move to 2-2 as the lefty out of Georgia gets another backwards K. Al Lorenzo racking up 3 Ks so far in this mop-up duty appearance, huh?
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, yeah. Got to find something positive to build on. As number 2 will step in, Dylan Barrett. Pretty sure he had a base hit somewhere in the game, folks, but maybe the first inning, maybe.
There is 1 for 2, yep, in the first inning.
Yeah. As Lorenzo misses again 2-0 as he comes back and fires in, and yeah, Dylan Barrett will be 2 for 3 with a single here in this at bat. Be the Riverhawks' 12th hit of the game. I mean, for this point, I mean, it's not a matter of like how many hits, because I know off the top of my head, at least everybody in this lineup has at least 1 hit so far. It's just how many at bats have they had. As
this is their 4th time through the lineup, right?
Oh my gosh, 4th, or maybe 3rd, maybe.
It's still the 3rd time. No, you're right. It's still the 3rd.
As Sam D'Amelio takes ball 1. The top of the 3rd inning.
Myself.
As D'Amelio takes strike 1, Barrett steals second base, and Riverhawks threatening to put another run on the board. Lorenzo will fire. Strike 2 on D'Amelio. See if Al can find that out pitch. He has a few Ks in this appearance. See if he can find another one here. Misses low. Sam Ritchie corralling it behind the plate. The count will move to 2-2.
Almost feel lucky that it took until now for the wind to make an appearance, you know?
Oh,
It's always windy here, and, you know, we've just been chilling until now.
As this one will be fouled back, the count will stay at 2-2 as D'Amelio's putting up a good fight here against Lorenzo. See what Lorenzo can come up with now. Lorenzo will fire and miss high for ball 3. The count will move full here with 1 out in the inning. Barrett scoring position out second. D'Amelio at the plate. Here comes the pitch by Lorenzo. And D'Amelio sends a sharp foul ball that will get down by the cage, be foul. Count will remain at 3-2. Good fight here brewing between Lorenzo and D'Amelio here. So right now, nobody has blinked yet, but nonetheless, Lorenzo set with the 3-2 count. Barrett out at second, D'Amelio at the plate. Barrett's going, and D'Amelio fouls one back. And Barrett will have to retreat back to second base on the foul ball. D'Amelio will live to see another pitch. We'll do it again, folks.
No one wants to budge.
It's a staring contest right now. Barrett is out at second. It's a staring contest, and yet nobody is blinking yet. D'Amelio sends another foul ball back. The count will remain full. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's a pitcher. You gotta throw your best stuff here because you would hate to lose a batter after that tough at bat there. All those foul balls I alluded to always on this broadcast. Foul balls are great as a pitcher when it's not 2 strikes. Then they're your worst enemy. As Lorenzo will fire a 3-2 count, and he will win the battle against Emilio as he swings and misses through that pitch. Lorenzo will get another K, this time a forwards-looking K. As Emilio swung through that pitch. And this will send up Alejandro Casanova. A little lefty on lefty action here. 2 outs in the top of the 3rd. Barrett is at second. Casanova's at the plate, and Lorenzo will turn around and give a little courtesy nod there to Barrett at second base, just letting him know that he knows that he's there. A little harmless pickoff attempt as Barrett is going. Got a great jump on the pitch, and he will make it to third. Yeah, he just synced up Al like you would do a phone or a computer or something. He just timed that up and just went. And he will be at third as Casanova sends a foul ball tapped back behind the plate for strike 1. Count will move even at 1-1, and he just, yeah, there was no chance for, as good as Sam Ritchie is, there was no chance for the catcher to make a play there. As Lorenzo will fire, and swing and miss by Casanova.
Yeah.
Lorenzo will be 1 strike away from getting out of this inning clean.
Yeah, my memory serves me correctly. Barrett stole both bases without a throw attempted. That one's in there for ball 2.
Yeah, and not eye-opening speed, but just great timing by Barrett on the base paths. As Lorenzo will fire. And he gets the swing and miss. So Lorenzo coming in and providing some good mop-up duty, giving on a lot of Ks. And the Riverhawks, for the first time today, will come out the inning empty-handed. No runs on 1 hit. But nonetheless, your Lions will go to the bottom of the 3rd, trying to bat down 11-0. We'll be right back, folks, on the Lions then. Here we are in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Your Lions will try to see if they can scratch a run on the board here. As MJ Lux, the hero, the player of the game, and the hero of the game 1 of this doubleheader, will step up to the plate to lead off the inning for the Lions.
The home run and the walk-off hitter, 2 separate events.
Have a day, MJ. As Lux will take the first pitch of this at-bat for a strike. Yeah, our heart goes out to all you MJ lovers out there who we couldn't get it on tape. Technology wouldn't let us have it for the first game. It was a spectacle to see as he swings and misses for the 2nd strike. But we did get a collector's item for MJ's dad. He retrieved the home run ball, and that will be promptly given to MJ's dad and have a little memory there. As Lux will send a high fly ball out to second base, and second baseman's got it. Lux is retired there for the first out. Now bring up Martino Tabasco here. The 9th hitter in this Dundalk lineup. See if he can try to get something going for the Lions. Comes the pitch from Warts. Martino sends a little blinker out to second base, kind of off the end of the bat. Greenwald squeezes it for the 2nd out of the inning. And this will bring up the top of the Dundalk lineup. Robbie Smith. I don't know where that name came from. Robbie Smith. Robbie Smith out of, I believe, Kennesaw, Georgia. Will step in to hit here in the bottom of the 3rd. Shouting.
That's bugging you where you got that from.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where in the world have I heard that name from. Must have saw it in a dream somewhere. I don't know. Shelton. Random name, but Robbie Smith stepping in. Took strike 1 of the at-bat. Comes the pitch from Warts. He will take strike 2. Robbie Smith's down 2 strikes early in this at-bat here. Gonna have to find a way to fight. Here comes the pitch from Warts. He stretches and fires, and this one is high. And the count will move to 1-2 here.
It looks like we got a little bit of rain coming down again.
Oh, just what we needed. Oh, you know what it says? When it rains, it pours. Literally and proverbially. As Smith will take another ball high. Count will even at 2-2 here. Notice that Warts misses that fastball high a lot.
It's that same spot, too.
See if he can snap,
like middle high.
See if he can snap down on the release point here as he fires. And he does just that. Gets Robbie Smith to sweep through that fastball. And Dundalk, 3 batters, 3 outs here. Retired in order as we go to the top of the 4th here in the Lions. And it's getting ugly, folks. It's 11-0. We'll be right back from the Lions then. Stay tuned. And we are back here at the top of the 4th inning. It will be Mr. Donnie White's settling in versus Al Lorenzo here. Lead us off. Dundalk, of course, trailing 11 runs on that, mostly on the 10-run barrage in the 1st inning by the Riverhawks. As White will send a high fly ball, but this will be fouled towards the parking lot. It'll be strike 1. As Lorenzo will miss away for ball 1. Count will even here at 1-1. Lorenzo will fire again, going at a faster pace, but misses out and away from the batter here. Count will move to 2-1. Lorenzo, you don't want to go too fast here if you're Lorenzo. You want to stay in control. As this fly ball will hang up for Hector Diaz, and Donnie Wright's retired here. It's a scorcher off the bat, but with the wind, I think, blowing in, it just hung up too much from the wind, and the wind kind of knocked that one down. Just enough for the handyman to make the grab out there to retire White for the 1st out of the inning. As number 23, Christian Murphy will step in and take strike 1 from Lorenzo. as Lorenzo will fire, and he misses high for ball 1. Lorenzo will fire, and Murphy sends a little hot shot. Keep the Lions on their toes there in the dugout. Foul territory, but nonetheless, we strike 2. Count move to 1-2. Lorenzo reaches back and fires, and catches Murphy in the butt or the upper leg somewhere. Nonetheless, Murphy will take his base on the hit by pitch. He'll bring up number 10, Will Burchick. As we'll take a little bit of time for Christian Murphy to get his bearings over there, down by first base.
Walk it off.
Yeah, a little stinger there, especially in this cold weather. Can't feel good, but
No doubt.
no, he'll take his time there, and it looks like he'll stay in this game.
Yep.
As Burchick will step in the box here soon to take his hacks. See what Burchick can do here. Can put a whole bunch of money on it that he probably has a hit already in this game. Probably in the first inning, most likely. He fouls one back. Count move to 0-1. The pitch from Lorenzo. This one will miss down and away, even out the count at 1-1. As Burchick will send one to Martino Tabasco, and he's going to let the ball bounce. And Christian Murphy will be out. Christian Murphy will be out.
Tag second?
Yeah,
Did he catch it? He didn't catch it.
Christian Murphy will be out, and Burchick will be the runner at first base.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we didn't have to tag second again. They just didn't make the runner move from first.
Yeah, it was really a confusing play that really shouldn't be confusing. Martino let the play drop. So therefore, the runner at second, who would have been runner at first going to second, would have been out on the step on to second base, and the batter at the plate would have been safe. Nonetheless, that'll bring up Connor Bosley to face Lorenzo here with 2 outs, and he'll send a ground ball over to Lux. He'll make a dive, and he'll kick off his glove, and that'll be a base hit for Bosley. And inning will go on with runners at first and second now on a tough play there over there, first base. Tough luck over there by Lux. Just a play that didn't go his way.
So now 2 runners on base for the leadoff man.
Ethan Grebe.
4th time through the lineup now as we're in the 4th inning. That one's ball 1. High and away.
Dundalk, you try to just get this third out here, get off the field as soon as possible. As Lorenzo fires, and this will be a ground ball, and Martino just whiffed on it, it seemed like. And then 1 run will come home to score on a tough play there, the Dundalk defense. That'll go down as a base hit, but folks, it's getting ugly out here. That was just a tough play there by Tabasco. Like, you don't want to be, as a commentator, too much Monday morning quarterback, but a ball like that, you have to square up in front of it, 2 feet in front of the ball. You kind of played a ground ball to the side there.
He went for his glove. I feel like better off if it just hits him in the chest, honestly, and drops at his feet, picks it up there the first, but hindsight.
On a play like that, you can live with it hitting your chest because the runner doesn't score at that point, as Samante will try to go to first, and this one will be safe at first base. Greenwald will be safe on the ground ball out to Samante, and it's been trouble here for the Lions. They can struggle again to get off the field.
Well, blame the rain for the slow-moving ball in the infield.
But as I alluded to earlier, a ground ball like that, I'd rather see Tabasco square it up. If it hits you in the chest and you can't make the play, that runner stays at third, and that runner doesn't come in to score. But playing it like that and letting the ball get in the outfield, the runner ends up scoring. And now that'll bring up number 2, Dylan Barrett again. I lost an amount of at-bats, but I'm pretty sure it might be his fourth. Yeah, his fourth. Got the thumbs up from our statistician over here. And Lorenzo will miss, and the count will move to 1-1 here. Yeah, it's been, I guess, to sum up today's action, just the good of game one, the bad of the first inning, and the ugly to what it is now, to say the least. As Lorenzo will fire, man, he'll get the corner, painting the corners there. Strike 2. There, you have to get this out here, 1 strike away. Just have to execute here if you're the Lions. And it'd be a playable ball here, as Gonzalez will not get there in time to land foul. We will do it again at 1-2.
Everyone takes their time around the base pass, getting back.
Yeah.
Not
a lot of urgency. But
Yeah.
in a 12-0 game, you gotta be a special type of breed or dig deep down to find that urgency. As Lorenzo will toe the rubber and fire, and this one will hit the batter, and yeah, can't do that with the bases loaded. That'll bring home another run. The lead will go to 13-0 on the hit by pitch. Lorenzo there, it's just, you can't have that. You gotta make them earn their runs. That's just basically a free run there. And this will bring up number 4, Sam D'Amelio. He'll step in for his 4th at bat. Lorenzo will spin and fire. And D'Amelio will swing right through that for strike 1. I believe that he had the tough at bat with Lorenzo. What was that? Oh my gosh, last inning. It felt like last inning, and he ended up striking out here. He takes ball 1 high.
Yeah, I think he had like 7 foul balls in a row or something like that.
It felt like a long time ago, but then again, folks, this has been that type of game where it was just last inning that happened. D'Amelio will send another foul ball. We'll see if he can have that same fight here as the count moves to 1-2.
Everything feels like a long time ago when you're down 13-0.
Oh yeah, it's just one of those unwritten things that you just have to play the game and know what we're talking about. As D'Amelio sends another foul ball. D'Amelio fighting here. The count will remain at 1-2 here with 2 outs. Lorenzo just need 1 more strike to get out of this inning. And he hits D'Amelio in the foot, and that will be another Riverhawk run. And that will move the lead to 14-0. Riverhawks coming in this game after the game 1 loss. Took it personally, responded with 14 runs on 15 hits, and we're only here in the top of the 4th. As Casanova will come in, he'll hit a ground ball to first base, will go foul. Strike 1. Just a tough day for the Lions here in game 2. As Lorenzo jumps ahead 0-2 here. Let's see if Lorenzo can finish off this hitter. We should try to see if he can speak in some off speed there. And he gets the swing and a miss from Casanova. That would end the inning, but the Riverhawks balloon their lead to 14-0 here as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning here in the Lions Den. Folks, you're not obliged to, but we would like you to. We would ask you to. We beg you to stay tuned here for the action, folks. As we move to the bottom of the 4th in Lions Den, we'll be right back. And we are back here in the Lions stand for the bottom of the fourth. We thank you here, the Lions press box, for you 22 viewers who have decided to stick this one out. We appreciate the support. Support is free and it's always appreciated here. Salute to those 22 viewers who are still watching. All right, as we have Hector the handyman will step in for his second at bat of the game. And Wards will miss high. If you're a hitter here, you're just looking for something to just end your day off with, maybe like a nice hard hit ball. Feel good about yourself going into tomorrow. Dundalk doesn't have much to play for at this point. Down 14 runs here as Diaz takes strike one. Just looking to hang on and claw to any positive you can find here. It's not been easy these past couple innings. But the handyman looking to change that as he sends a fly ball that will hang up in the air. The second baseman's calling it, and he will have it for the first out of the inning. Greenwald with the catch retires Diaz, as that'll bring up Isaiah Coxon to the plate for his second at bat of the game.
Yeah, interesting kind of looping Bermuda triangle play there with the shortstop, center fielder, and second baseman.
With the wind and possible occasional raindrop you might find, it was a tough play, but to his credit, Greenwald made the catch. Bring up Isaiah Coxon here, one out in the bottom of the fourth. As Wards will fire and miss low for ball one. Will fire, miss high for ball two. Warwick's kind of missing his command there a little bit. Comes to 2-0 from Wards, misses high for ball three. Ice is sitting pretty at the plate currently. That's a 3-0 count. Wards is gonna have to make 3 good pitches here. Let's see what he starts out with. Strike one. Good comeback there by Wards. The count will move to 3-1. And Ice swings and chases at ball 4. Count will move to 3-2. Count is full here with 1 out. They're being up 3-0. Count is now full. And Ice will send a foul ball that will hit a pre on its way to the parking lot here. The Lions Den. We will replay the 3-2 count. As Ice takes strike 3, that was no debate there. That was a strike, and he just took it, frozen. And that'll bring up Sam Ritchie here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th inning. Dundalk, not many outs to work with, as you folks may or may not know. The mercy rule is 10 after 5, and we're in the 4th inning. Your Lions are trailing by 14. So if this trend continues, your Lions will be done after the 5th inning. So Lions needing to score some runs here to keep this game going. So Richie takes strike 1. The count will even at 1-1.
Richie 0 for 1 so far in this game, but 2 for 3 in game 1.
As Wards will get strike 2 on the pitch. Count will move to 1-2 here. As this, Richie will lift a fly ball to right field. It's going to be playable for the right fielder. He makes the play. Wards retires the side here in the bottom of the 4th. 1-2-3. And your Lions will go to the top of the 5th. Down 14-0. Be right back, folks, from the lines then. Stay tuned. Just typing essays and stuff. All right, enough about the essays. We have a batter here at the top of the 5th inning. Your Lions are trailing 14-0. Be Donnie White to step in against the righty Tyler Sampson. He'll fire a strike to start off the at bat.
Yep. Tyler Sampson in the pinch, Eric Zuniga in the catch, Mark Shelley over at first, Richie, MJ, and
as Sampson just misses badly there, kind of fires one back at us. That'll be ball 1, count even at 1-1.
With 3 substitutions for the Lions last half inning here.
Sampson will fire and miss again, kind of that same spot he missed in inside. The count will go to 2-1 here. And Sampson just can't find the release point. It's not anywhere close to the plate. The count will move to 3-1. As taking a hack on a 3-1 pitch, Donnie White is, and says one foul, and the count will move full. Interesting tactic there. Taking a hack at that 3-1 pitch. The pitcher hasn't really, his last couple pitches weren't anywhere near close to the plate though, but Dundalk will take it at this point. Count will move full for Sampson as he fires, and White out in front of that taps it foul down the left field line, and we will replay the 3-2 count. Comes the pitch, and it will be low for ball 4 as Sampson surrenders the leadoff walk to White, and stepping in will be Christian Murphy. He'll be batting from the right side. Christian Murphy out of Crownsville, Maryland, played his high school baseball at Old Mill. And Sampson will fire, strike 1 at the knees. Great pitch there by Sampson. One of those pitchers that likes to keep the ball low, deuces a lot of ground balls, makes him effective as a reliever arm coming out the pen. Needs to control the accuracy, to control the walks, as the runner will take off and the throw won't be close. That would be a stolen base for Donnie White, as Riverhawks threatening to put another run on the board here. trying to put more salt in the wound so far.
You know, Al was working pretty fast here now.
Mm-hmm. Then you have the kind of the change of pace there by Sampson as he misses, and the count moves to 2-1. He misses low again. The count moves to 3-1. Sampson fires and he misses low. He'll surrender the walk to Murphy, and stepping up to the plate will be number
13.
Ooh, number 13, Jackson Burchick.
Oh, wait, no, it's a pinch hitter. That's why you were confused.
No. Number 10, Will Burchick. Right? Number 10, yeah, Will Burchick. Oh, number 13 looks like.
That's why I got confused.
Number 13 is actually, well, if it's just some weird coincidence, but I'm assuming by first last name, yeah, they're brothers. Number 13, Jackson Burchick. Shout out to Jackson. Didn't get to see much game action today, but still a shout out nonetheless. His brother Will takes ball 1. Count will even at 1-1. And it's unique with a veteran move, going to go out there and talk to Sampson there. Clearly not on the same page as Sampson. Another ball in the dirt, move the count to 2-1. Already walked the batter before him, Murphy. And then I think he walked the batter White too before him. So 2 leadoff walks here. The relief appearance of Tyler Sampson. Gotta find some sort of control here if you're Dundalk.
You gotta find outs.
Yes, outs, because they need 5 runs in the bottom of the inning to keep the game going. And the Riverhawks are threatening to make it more as Sampson misses again, nowhere near close to the plate, and the count will move to 3-1 here. Game, the sad part about it is definitely going to put a damper as Sampson will walk another hitter. He's given up 3 straight walks now, load the bases. It's just a damper after the highs of the first game. It's just to just get punched in the mouth and kicked in the teeth like this in the second game. It's just a damper.
Yeah.
As Backert will make a slow walk out to the mound, but there's nobody in the bullpen, so we'll assume that Sampson will stay in the game as of right now. I don't think, to be honest, Backer's putting.
Yeah, you need a drink or a cough drop or something. This Carter takes a second to catch his breath while Backer talks to the troops out there. You good, man? You need a drink? Take your time.
Yeah, I was saying, I don't think Backer's going to use any more arms here in a game like this.
Yeah, you would hope not to, with another game on tomorrow and then 2 on Thursday.
And, of course, as I say that, I glance to my left down to the bullpen. It's Gavin Chatton warming up in the pen, so, yeah, there goes that idea. But Sampson fires another ball here. Danger of walking in another run. Starts with a strike there. Badly needed strike.
Yeah.
Sampson will fire another strike there for strike 2. Wherever that pitch is, keep it right there at this point. Whatever you can get as a strike. As He has Connor Bosley in the count. 0-2. He hits a dribbler out to the mound. Sampson will fire to third, and the runner's out, but a runner will come in to score. So Bosley with the sort of fielder's choice play to third. He'll get the RBI, and Lee will blossom to 15-0 here at the top of the third. At this point, trading it out for a run just doesn't do much here, as this ball will get away and both runners will advance. Burchick will go to third, and Bosley will go to second base, as Ethan Green stepping in for what should be his 5th at-bat, if I'm correct.
I believe so.
His 5th at-bat.
As I try to regain control of the laptop that's been taken over by the rain.
Yes, 2 runners out there, 2 ducks on the pond, 1 at second, 1 at third, 1 out. And he'll send a little dribbler out there, and yeah, kind of stumbled out the box. The culprit was probably the ball there. The umpire claimed that the ball hit him in the box, so it'll be a foul ball. The count will move to 1-1. As Grebe will kind of shake that one off. He'll step back in the box. Grebe will step up, and Sampson fires a strike. The count will move to 1-2. Sampson fires. Misses low for ball 2. Count will move to 2-2. And this one is fouled off by Grebe. Tough spot there by Sampson. Doesn't get the call there, and the count will move full with 1 out here. The top of the 5th inning. And Grebe will lift a fly ball out to Basco. It'll be Shelley who makes the play, retires Grebe. Basco had a shot at it, but the ball just tailed to Shelley. Shelley takes over, retires Grebe for the 2nd out of the inning. This will bring to the plate John Greenwald. He'll try to see if he can extend this lead for the Riverhawks. As he sends a foul ball back. He'll narrowly miss a truck parked in the parking lot. Just missed the truck. The truck is safe for now, as Sampson will fire with the 0-1 count, and the ball hits Greenwald, and he'll go to first base. And so the bases are now loaded for one Mr. Dylan Barrett. He's going to step up to the plate. The base is loaded. He could put just like, I don't know. You could do all the analogies. Just continue adding salt to the wound here. If he gets a hit, this one will be high for ball 1. See if Sampson can find it here for a 3rd out. Can't on that pitch. It will move to ball 2. Count runs 2-0. Seems like Chatton has left the bullpen, so there's nobody in the Dundalk bullpen as of now. This could be Sampson's inning to finish. He's not going to finish on this pitch, though. Ball 3. Comes the pitch from Sampson. And this one will be a strike, kind of nip the corner there. Strike 1, 3-1. And Barrett hits a pop-up. This will be taken by Sampson on the mound. Hollingsworth sort of slid in there, but Sampson took the play himself. And we move to the bottom of the 5th inning here. Your Dundalk Lions need 6 runs to keep this game going. Let's see if they get done here. Trailing 15-0. Bottom of the 5th. We'll be right back, folks. And we are back here at the bottom of the 5th inning here in the Lions Den. Your Lions down 15-0. They cannot get 6 runs within 3 outs. They will be subject to the mercy, and this game will end. Let's see if they get it done, folks. Need 6 runs here. As Hollingsworth will step in to lead off the inning against Kyle Warts, who's put up a solid frame of 4 innings pitched. As Mr. Warts will miss for ball 1.
Warts has only given up 1 hit and walked 1 batter so far in this game.
As Hollingsworth steps in. 2-0 count. And he sends a sharp fly ball. This one will get down in the gap. This one will go all the way towards the wall. And Hollingsworth will start off the inning with a leadoff double.
Hollingsworth, I believe, has the 2 hits for the Lions today with that.
Hollingsworth, the one-man wrecking ball so far this 2nd game.
Maybe Julian can follow Devin's lead here.
Dundalk not going away here in the bottom of the 5th inning, so to speak. As the Private Bannon will step in. Samonte hasn't had a hit yet in this game. Let's see if he can change that here. As Warts will step in fire. And he will get the upper 3rd of the strike zone for strike 1. As Warts will step and check on Hollingsworth at 2nd base. Close play there, Dylan.
Yeah, real close. Honestly surprised he even elected to throw it, because, you know, most pitchers just step off and they take that one little dummy throw.
Yeah, it kind of might mess the rhythm up in his arm, but let's see what he does here. Misses. Ball 1, the count will even at 1-1. As Warts will miss ball 2. Warts will miss high for ball 3. as Wards will walk Samonte.
Maybe you were right about that little extra throw he didn't hold, or that he didn't actually make.
Yeah, slowing down your arm motion that much can't be too much good for pitchers. I think when you gotta go back and go full throttle the next pitch. We'll bring up Ivan Gonzalez here, batting from left side. And Ward sticks it for strike one. And Gonzalez sends a ground ball to second. Greenwald will flip in to the up to the plate. Mark Shelley hit the one out here. Gonzalez is the subject of the fielder's choice and last play.
Mark Shelley's first at bat in this game, played in game one, came in as a defensive substitution last inning at first base. Had a nice throw from right field in game one to get the runner out at home.
Was so close to getting the walk-off hit too, but just Alfonso got thrown out the plate, and this one will be a sky-high pop-up, which will be taken by the shortstop, Dylan Barrett, and Dundalk is down to their last out here. They do not get 6 runs before this last out is made. The mercy will kick in, folks, and our day will be done here. But the only man keeping us from that mercy right now is Martino Tabasco. He steps in, looking to put Dundalk on the board here to avoid the mercy shutout here in the Lions den. Pitch from Warts is fouled back by Martino.
At least put a run on the board.
Just for, I guess, mental health purposes, maybe. I don't know. At least, well, yeah. I don't know. It'll be probably water off the player's back. For a person like me, I have to go home and sleep after this, so, you know. Maybe for my mental health, I don't know. As Lions are down to their last strike. Martino taking the cut fastball there for strike 2. See if he can put up a little fight here. Comes the pitch from Warts. Misses high for ball 1. Comes the pitch from Warts, and this won't be a choppy ground ball out to third base. Third baseman up and got it. Jump throw, and it'll get away. And this will result in Dundalk's first run. Ivan Gonzalez chugging around second. He'll get to second. He'll score, and Martino will get to third on the error.
Wow.
And Dundalk is on the board. 2 runs there. It's now 15-2. So don't go anywhere yet, folks. We're still playing. We'll bring out the top of the lineup. Robbie Smith out of Kennesaw, Georgia, will step in the box against Wards. See what Robbie Smith can do to keep this game going, huh? Wards fires. Smith did not go. It'll be ball 1. See what Smith can do here. Pitch from Warts. Swing and a miss by Smith. Strike 1. As Smith takes another big hack, comes up empty, the count moves to 1-2. Comes the pitch from Warts. Swing and a miss, and the ball game is over. Riverhawks will get the split here on the road. Dundalk wins the first game 7-6. They dropped the second game 15-2. A split here. It's what it sounds like, a split. It doesn't hurt the Lions, but not necessarily what the Lions really wanted in terms of improving playoff seeding.
Yeah, the Lions moved to 12-15-1 in the conference, and the Riverhawks are now 12-12. You know, each team added 1 to both column there, and we'll play again on Wednesday. Not quite sure when the Riverhawks play again. Looks like they play on Thursday against Frederick.
Oh, shit. Those two should be a good game, but to focus on our side here, we're going to have the resuming of the second game doubleheader. Your Dundalk Lions will start the game in like the 4th or 5th inning. They will be up by 1, I believe, to start the game.
I believe it's 5-4. 5-4 in the top of the 5th inning when we return to that game tomorrow at 3:30. It's scheduled to start.
These next 3 games for Dundalk will go a long ways towards playoff seeding. So Lions understanding what's ahead of them. Gonna have to wake up and put together some more good baseball tomorrow. Kind of feed off the vibes of the first game, that walk-off win there. But on a final note, just great performance the first game, but just have to lock in the second game. Pitching, hitting, everything just has to be there consistently for the Lions. They're expected to make a run here in the Region 20 tournament. We'll see. We'll see. They can get some good innings behind them, some good baseball, and let's see if they can get on a roll here going into this Region 20 tournament. Team that has the talent to make a statement in that tournament. See if they can spring together some good baseball here. But that will do it for today, folks. We thank you for tuning in to watch this amazing doubleheader against the Arundel Community College. Riverhawks. But as of right now, me, Carter, and my partner Dylan, we sign off, and we will see you folks tomorrow.
So long.